And I think we're live.
Should be.
Awesome. If y'all can hear us, comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from. You want to pick with me for a few minutes here?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get tuned in.
Let's play a little.
Yeah, let's do it. How about a little something like this? Y'all, welcome to Ash Wednesdays for the month of April. I can't believe we're already in April. What's happening to the year?
I don't know. It's going by.
Awesome. Well, if you're new here, I'm Ash. This is my husband, Chris. And the first Wednesday of every month, we pull out some guitars and we hang out here in our home in Nashville. And we just kind of play music and chit-chat and talk. And we always give something away, so stay tuned for that. And it's always just a good time.
Yeah.
I think Chris and I both can see some comments here. Let's see.
Yeah, I've got 22Q Cat. That's Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
It's Ash Wednesday. Hi, Ash and Chris. And Rand Can Cook. There's Randy. Good evening. Hi, Ash and Chris. And 22Q Cat.
Hello, everybody.
Teresa Griffin is here. Good evening, all.
Good
Rand
evening.
Can Cook says a little picking and grinning.
Yeah, absolutely.
That is correct. And Mar is here. Happy Whiskey Wednesday.
Happy Whiskey Wednesday, Mar.
Good evening to you.
Man, well, thank you all so much for tuning in. I'm sure more people are going to join here in a minute, too. Happy belated Easter, by the way. I hope you all had a good one. Chris and I, we kind of hang out with my brother. My brother lives here in Nashville, and we went over to his house, and they were able to make a taco bar, and we just kind of got to hang out and have a good time. So
absolutely. Bonita is here. Bonita Fraser.
How you doing, Bonita?
Good, y'all. A little music for the soul. Bonita gets us 2 nights in a row.
I know, poor thing. She's probably sick of that smart. She's like, oh man, I need a break.
That's right.
No, that's awesome. Well, thank you all for tuning in. We're always happy to have you guys here.
Wherever you guys are watching, make sure you hit the thumbs up or the like or whatever it is and share this video and let everybody know that we're here playing music and answering questions and maybe giving a little a little something something away from the Ash Taylor line over here. This is where you get it first.
We got special merch. So yeah, but no, thank y'all for tuning in. Yeah, share it, like, subscribe. We're happy to be here.
David Hines says, "Hi Ash, watching from Cumbria in England. Please, can you sing a song on the guitar for me? And will you dedicate it to me? Any song will do, please. I'm sure we'll get around to some music, David."
David, for you betcha, buddy.
Yep,
no problem at all, man.
We'll get a little shout out for you here.
David, thank you for watching, especially over in England, man. That's it's a long way to go.
Yeah. It's a little late over there right now.
I have to say though, David, I have a lot of fans over in England and everything, and you guys are like the biggest and best country music fans. You guys really are. We have so many devout fans that are over there, and y'all are just great. So we love you guys. But yeah, we're more than happy to play the song here in a second for sure.
22Q Cat says, "Happy day 3 of carnivore."
Lynn, thank you so much. Yeah, Lynn, I'm learning that bacon is my friend. I mean, I've always known that in life, but I'm really learning that bacon is my favorite. So
there's got to be a good Ash Taylor song in there somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I used to have that song, Cake, back in the day.
Yeah. Maybe play that one today.
Yeah.
We'll see.
You know what? Why don't we do that since we're on? We'll play this for David.
Okay.
How's that? We'll play it for David, and since we're talking about carnivore diets, for those of you that don't know, I'm starting a carnivore diet, and I'm on day 3 of it. So I'm basically only eating meat, really, and animal products. So I wish that I had cake, but I don't right now. But maybe we'll change the lyrics of the song one day. Make it appropriate for you.
Make it all about bacon.
Awesome. Okay, well, this is a funny song back in the day, and it's actually funny. So we're going to dedicate this one out to David then. So my friend over there in England. But I wrote this song because a guy that I dated many, many moons ago was basically a really big jerk. And he stood me up on my birthday, and this is the song that kind of came out of it. And I kind of wrote this song as just like a total joke. I never thought that, anything would really come of it. And I played this song out one time, and everyone just laughed so hard that it kind of became a signature of mine for a long time. But there's a really cool, full band version on my first EP titled Bakersfield. You can go listen to the song on Spotify and hear a big old full blown band version of it. But yeah, it's a song called Cake. I hope y'all like it. Why can't a man look at me like I look at cake? Well, I'm in my party dress with frosting on my face. That's me all alone on my birthday. And it's alright, yeah, I'll be fine. And all that remains is one more bite to drown that bitter taste. And tomorrow he'll come crawling back, but I'll just laugh it off. 'Cause I'm already moving on, 'cause he ain't what I want. I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. He can't stop himself from taking a taste. If you wanted me like a second piece, I'd have to make. Oh, I just want a man to look at me like I look at cake. Why can't a man look at me like I look at me? Well, I'm velvet soft, angel sweet, perfect treat. A real man would be crazy not to want me. And it's not hard to see, I'm a real masterpiece. So it's his thoughts that he burns me. And tomorrow he'll come crawling back, but I'll just laugh it off. 'Cause I'm already moving on, 'cause he ain't what I want. I want a man to look at me like I look at cake. He can't stop himself from taking a taste. If you want Oh, that's a fun one. We
Yeah.
haven't played that in a while.
Nope, it's been a little while.
Yeah, you can't really sing that though. I feel like when you're on a carnivore diet.
Yeah,
So.
you know, you can sing it, you just can't live it.
Yeah. Well, you know, lots of cake is not very good for you in many ways, I guess.
That's right.
Let's see.
Randy says, Ash, Chris is going to need to make more bacon.
You're not wrong, Rand.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, my friend. I love bacon. I always have, and it's helping me out.
David says, thank you very much for singing a song for him.
And dedicating it to me. No problem, David. My pleasure. Thank you again for tuning in. You're very kind, very sweet.
Lynn says the video for that song was cute. Great song.
Aw, thank you so much, Lynn. It's a fun one. It's really good. It's just, you know, some people try to write really serious songs, and I can really have my slew of those. But let's be honest, man. You gotta laugh sometimes. Life is too short.
Katie Little is here. Says, hey, Ash.
Hi, Katie. It is so good to see you, girl. Thank you for tuning in. Katie is just such a sweetheart. She actually was one of the winners last month. She won the Cowboy Revolution sticker pack that we gave away. And she is just the sweetest thing, and she was sharing all about tonight. I just appreciate you being here.
Yep.
So,
absolutely.
by the way, y'all, feel free to comment down below. Let us know where you're watching from and what's going on. Also, too, just a little, excuse me, just a little update in case I'm coughing. I'm so sorry. Chris and I have been super busy. We've been doing photo shoots and filming videos and doing all kinds of stuff, which is always good. But I actually caught some kind of like cold pneumonia thing, and I'll be honest, it kicked my butt, man. But I'm doing so much better. So I'm so sorry though if I'm still coughing and sounding a little raspy.
That's right.
Maybe people think I actually smoke cigarettes.
That's right.
Who knows?
We'll make it through. My parents are here. Ma and Pa are here.
Hi, Ma and Pa. That's cute. Ma and Pa.
Ma and Pa.
Aw, that's really cute. Careful, I may have to start calling you that now. That's really cute.
That's right. Katie says, hope you're feeling better. Hey, Chris. Hello, Katie.
Oh, Katie, thank you so much. You're so incredibly sweet.
And Rand Can Cook says, Eva, our dog Riley, and I are watching this evening. Hi to Pam and Tony.
Oh, hi, Rand. Thank you. I like that your dog is there with you.
Absolutely.
And hi to Eva.
Absolutely.
Rand, what kind of dog do you guys have? Is it just like a mutt or whatever? You know, we have our golden retriever who's
relegated to outside the door right now.
She's literally, I can hear her. She's like laying up against the door. We've tried having her in here with us when we do these, but I think our studio, the room we're in, is just too small.
I think the very first one of these we did.
Yeah, it was the
like
first.
2 years ago. And we were like, oh, the dog will be fine. She can be a part of it. And what was it? About 2 minutes into the live stream, she unplugged the light and knocked over the camera.
She's just so big, and I don't think she realizes how large she is. And so she literally just went walking by, and she unplugged like all the camera and all the lights and just everything. And it was just hilarious. It was really funny.
Well, it was a disaster.
So we keep her outside, and she literally throws herself up against the door. She's very dramatic.
That's right. Randy says, Ash, we have a toy poodle, weighs 9 pounds, soaking wet.
Oh my gosh, how adorable.
And Holly Springer is here, says, good evening, watching from South Carolina, but we'll be in Tennessee this weekend visiting family.
Well, hi, Holly. That's awesome. I wonder if she's coming to Nashville this weekend.
Yeah.
So let us know. That's awesome.
What part of Tennessee you gonna come visit? Which part of this good old green state are you gonna come see?
Good old green state for sure, especially with all the rain and crazy weather. Hopefully everyone's okay. I know we had some wild weather yesterday here, and luckily we're all okay, but it's wild. So
a little bit of hail while I was at work today too.
Yeah, today's no different, man. It's really crazy. You can hear sirens all over the place.
Pretty crazy.
Oh, but
did you guys get any weather where you are? Let us know.
Yeah, keep us in the loop. It's so great. Chris and I were talking because we both have lived in Tennessee now for a while, and I remember it used to be before 2020, because in 2020 Nashville had some wild tornadoes that did a lot of damage. It used to be you'd have like a tornado watch or something, and people really wouldn't pay attention. But I think after 2020 and that experience, now they're really, really coming about. So
they're really getting to the point they react very, very quickly. I know a bunch of schools were out here and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
so
they definitely
Katie says we had snow last week here in Bismarck.
Oh wow, I'm kind of jealous, honestly. I would like to go out and play in the snow.
Snow is great when the fridge is stocked and you don't have to make it to work. work.
Yeah, that's really true. When you don't have to go anywhere.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Get a blanket, get a book. I'm all about the snow days like that. I'm all about it. Really quick too, before I forget, because I will forget as we know. The month of April, speaking of just shows and different things that we've been up to.
Yep.
So this month, as far as shows, I know that we have a couple that are here just in Nashville. We're playing around town. I do have a show though. So let's see, it's next Friday. Over in actually Nolensville, Tennessee. So it's about an hour away, I guess, from Nashville. But I'm playing around basically at Mill Creek Brewing, which is a really great listening room in case you're in the area. I guess it is a ticketed event, and you can find all the info on my website, ashtaylor.com. But it will be really fun. I'm going to be playing a show there. I don't think Chris will get to play with me, which is sad, but
I'll be on camera work.
You can hang out. You can
That's
have
right.
the night. I'll give you the night off. You work
That's
really
right.
hard, but
That's right.
but no, that's going to be a super fun show. I've never played that venue before, but they're going to have a bunch of hit riders. So if you are in town, if you're in Nashville and you're looking for something to do, like I said, it's not that far out of town. But yeah, just a bunch of hit riders, kind of playing a lot of songs that you probably know and have heard on the radio, and then me for some reason. But no, it's going to be a super fun show, so check that out. We're also going to be going actually into the studio though this Friday, so the day after tomorrow.
Working on new music.
We're working on new music, so yeah, y'all hang tight. We've been super busy with that. So
it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Teresa is here.
Hi, Teresa.
Kentucky got weather, but we were okay in our area. We're glad to hear that.
Yeah, absolutely. Glad you're safe.
And let's see. Tanya is here. Hi from Colorado. We are sunny, almost 70 today. Early next week, expecting over a foot of snow.
Oh, wow.
Wow. My parents and I lived out in Colorado for a couple of years when I was a kid, and it is wild out there. It'll be like 70 and sunny, and then a foot of snow, and then what's really strange is it's so dry you can walk outside in shorts and a t-shirt while there's a foot of snow on the ground.
Really?
Sometimes.
Oh, wow. That would hurt me up.
It's not uncomfortable. It's pretty wild. It's
Wow.
crazy weather out there.
That's really cool. I hear it's very pretty though in Colorado.
Yes, beautiful.
Very, very pretty.
Beautiful.
I love that. Rand sent you a picture of Riley. So I want you to show me that when we're done.
Yes.
When
When
we get our
we're done
glasses
and I
back.
can pull my phone down, I will check that out. We will definitely check out a picture of Riley.
Yeah. Well, if y'all don't mind, feel free to hit the like, hit the share, let people know that we're here. We so appreciate y'all tuning in, and thank you guys again just for doing it. We always so appreciate it, and these are so much fun. We always enjoy it. We were talking though about shows, and we're kind of staying close to home this month because we're going into the studio.
Yeah.
And so
this month we're playing close to home. Starting in upcoming months, we're going to be all over the place.
Right.
But this month we're catching our breath.
So y'all stay tuned. But we kind of wanted just to take this month to basically just really focus in on studio stuff. If you've never done that before, it can just be a lot of work. And I always joke that like I'm already kind of out of it, but I usually am because there's just a lot going on when that stuff happens. I got a lot of things to think about. But we're excited and looking forward to it. And I was thinking maybe we should play one of the new songs that we're going to go in and record though.
Absolutely.
Because they're mentioning a lot of the states in the song, which I think is very funny, which would be cool. But in case any of you don't know, so I'm from California originally, from the great state of California. And excuse me. Told y'all, sorry, the cough is still there. Chris, my husband, of course, is from Indiana. And I never thought I was going to get married and was never really been in love and all this stuff. And then one day this guy walks into a Guitar Center and the rest is history. And so I've always just kind of joked and said I'm basically to the point where I'm stuck on Indiana. Soon here, it's a new song that I wrote, so I figured we'll play you a little acoustic version. But yeah, we're going to go in, and this is one of the songs we're going to be doing on Friday. So I'm always excited about it. It's always good to be able to create and get some records on new songs.
Studio time is always a good time.
Always. So it's called Stuck on Indiana. No, Wyoming still don't for some girl out west. Things were always rocky with Colorado. Damn if I think twice about Ohio. And I don't miss Mississippi, nothing new in New Orleans. California keeps calling, and Tennessee misses me. No, I've never had a problem leaving. I can always just move on. After this time, I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck on Indiana. They say you can't put a rock on a rolling stone. This one makes me feel like I'm finally home. And I've gone around and round like a race car track. But he's the only thing that keeps me coming back. And I don't miss Mississippi, nothing new in New Orleans. California keeps calling, and Tennessee misses me. Though I've never had a problem leaving, I can always just move on. Yeah, but this time I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck on Indiana. It makes me wanna put down some roots and buy some land. Put a ring on my hand. And I don't miss Mississippi, nothing new in New Orleans. California keeps calling, and Tennessee misses me. Well, I've never had a problem leaving. I could always just move on. Oh, but this time I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm stuck on Indiana. I'm stuck on Indiana. There you go.
There it is.
I'm so sorry. There goes the cough.
You grab a quick little
Yep.
sip over there.
I'm here.
So Holly says they're going to be in Memphis because they're going to be seeing the newest addition to the family.
Oh, congratulations. So
Yeah,
awesome.
That's wonderful. I've got some
Aw.
family over in Memphis, so if you run into any of the Delisles over there, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
22 QCat Lynn says, learned some great, interesting trivia about you on the Guitar Dads podcast, Ash. Like you and Chris own 36 guitars and your involvement with The Voice. Wow, who knew?
Well, Lynn, you're very sweet. Thank you for listening to that podcast, by the way. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I did an interview with a great bunch of guys, Matt and Dave over at the Guitar Dads podcast. And it was a really cool interview just because we talked about music and like moving to Nashville and stuff like that. But we also talked a lot about gear and how we use it and like your mindset for recording and stuff. So yeah, if you're into guitars and gear and recording, that's definitely probably the podcast for you. But
Yeah.
Those guys are great. We had so much fun. And I know we're going to come back to, they were talking about having me do a whole episode where I would play some of the tracks that we're doing on Friday once we've got them finished and out, and kind of talk about what guitars we use. But yeah, all of that's true, Lynn.
Yeah.
So
as far as the 36 guitars that we own, by the way, 21 of them are in this room right now.
Yeah, there's more
I
downstairs.
sat here and I just counted 20.
Oh, did you count?
Yeah, 21 of them.
And we play all of them.
Are in this room.
We play all of them.
Yeah.
So
they all have a different purpose. They're all here for different things. So
guitars are really just tools at the end of the day. But
Yep.
Yeah. It's kind of the nice thing. But yeah, Lynn probably thinks we have a problem. She's like 36.
Well, to be perfectly
Like,
honest,
well,
I think we have a problem. I'm just okay with it.
Yeah, I've just accepted it.
That's right.
Excuse me.
Let's see here. So Rand Can Cook says to Lynn, that is some interesting trivia. Thank you for sharing. Lynn says it was a fun podcast.
Oh, thank you, Lynn.
And Teresa says, I was listening to that today. Very interesting interview.
Oh, well, thank you, Teresa. That's awesome. We'll give those guys some love. They're great.
Teresa also says, great song, Stuck on Indiana.
Thank you.
And Lynn says, I like the podcast part about Miranda Lambert and Play Like Ken. I think that was the song of Ashes. Pretty cool. Everyone check out the podcast.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. Yeah, I wrote a song called "Play Like Ken," and it was on hold by Miranda Lambert, and so we kind of talked about all that in that interview as well.
Yeah.
So it was great. Well, thank you so much, and Teresa, I'm so glad you liked the song. I'm excited to hear it, fully produced and a track and everything on it. It's really exciting stuff. So
This is a good question. Lynn says, how many different guitars did you use for the Christmas song? I know you both played all the guitar parts. Amazing.
that's a great question. So there was only one acoustic guitar that was used on the Christmas song, which is "Santa Looks a Lot Like Daddy." And that was actually a Gibson Hummingbird, which is it's like a bright blue guitar. I'm sure you've seen me play it on Ash Wednesdays before.
Hanging downstairs.
It's downstairs. It's hanging downstairs. We then also put on several different Fender Telecasters. I played the Silver Sparkle one that you see in the music video.
Yep.
That was my main guitar on that. Chris played the Black Sparkle, which he has in the music video.
And then I played Duke.
We played Duke, which is like another leather-bound telly.
Yep.
That's also in the living room. I feel we put baritone on that.
Yep, we put a baritone guitar track on that one. Which is sitting right over there, actually.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I think I did some chord parts on something that was not a telly. It may have been Cash.
Oh yeah, I think on the Gretsch.
On the Gretsch,
On the Gretsch, yeah.
On the Gretsch Penguin.
So yeah, different guitar stuff. We only
Yeah.
use one amp though, which is a very interesting thing if you're into guitar stuff. So I have like
a few different tones.
one amp, a few different tones. We literally just did it all out of my Fender Blues Junior amp and then my pedal board and kind of did different techniques. But yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
So
And then it was Pat Lassiter who did the engineering and some of the production type stuff on that.
He also played bass. Yep, Pat's an incredible bass player if you've never heard of him. So he's been my producer forever, and I love that man so much. He's literally family. Legendary guy. He's such a sweet man though. But yeah, he played with like the Charlie Daniels band. He was the bass player in that band for many years, and he played with Lori Morgan and Keith Whitley and Tracy Lawrence. I mean, if you name someone, he's probably played with them.
He's been successful as a bass player in Nashville longer than we've been alive.
Yes, yeah, but he has an amazing studio, and he's also done so many sessions and played on so many hit records. And then of course now does that. But we're always blessed to work with Pat, and he is just so sweet and he's so kind and
great guy, amazing man.
He literally lets Chris and I come in with all of my crazy ideas and a bunch of guitars and lets me just go wild. And he's like, sure, like if you like it.
We just sit there and throw stuff at him all day just to see what we can do.
Yeah, he's just the sweetest.
We had him on bass. We had drums was
Harry Lang.
Yep.
Wonderful. Which is funny because Harry played drums on the song, but he's actually by trait really a bass player.
Yeah.
And definitely the best drummer though I've ever seen. He was just incredible.
He was a fantastic drummer on that session, super tight. And then Ash and I did all the vocals.
Yep. I did my lead vocal and then Chris sang harmony. And I felt so bad. I joked and told Chris I need to buy him dinner, but he did the harmony part, which you can barely hear on that track. But I had poor Chris sing so high. Poor guy. I literally was like, he was in the vocal booth just killing it, and he was singing so high. And I thought, man, Yeah, he's gonna hate me. He's gonna dump me.
No. Janice is here. Janice McGovern. I'm pretty sure I recognize Janice from my channel as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Hi,
So
Janice.
it looks like she has come over here. Hello, Janice. She says, this is so cool. So glad I tuned in. Well, we're glad you tuned in.
Yeah, we're happy that you're all here. Thank you all for tuning in and for watching.
Yeah.
It's awesome just to have folks here, and we hope you all had a wonderful Easter. And we're here the first Wednesday of every month, just chilling in our studio.
Chilling, taking questions.
Whatever you like.
Just shooting the crap, whatever we can.
Yeah. There's a lot of that in this house.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rand says, Ash, about 30 years ago, I played the guitar. Someone stole my guitar while I was away in the Marine Corps. Just never picked it back up. Our boys play various different instruments. So first of all, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. Yes.
In case you can't tell by all the red, white, and blue and all of the other military-based garb we have hanging around, we support our troops and we appreciate their sacrifice. All politics and all that aside, it's not what it's about. We really value our military members, and we thank you for your service. And my dad was in the Air Force. I've got a bunch of family in the military and a bunch of different branches, so thank you very much for that.
My grandfather was in the Navy, and we just really appreciate it. I was actually just asked this question the other day. I was doing an interview that hadn't come out yet, and they were talking about politics in the state of America, and I was like, I don't really care about that. I said, I just am very well aware that, like, I basically get to wake up every single day next to the person that I love. I get to do what I want to do for a living, whether that be making music or whatever. And I literally owe that all thanks to someone sacrificing and serving our country. So that's why we're very just pro-America in this house. So thank you for your service. It also breaks my heart, though, to hear that someone stole your guitar. That's messed up, man. That is messed up. Chris and I can tell we're very careful with stuff like that, just because. But that breaks my heart. I'm so sorry, though. Gosh.
Yeah, that's just.
If you ever find that guy, I'll go beat him up for you and get your guitar back, man.
That's right.
I ain't scared.
You figure out where he lives. We'll all go as a posse and we'll take care of it.
We'll go take care of it right now. That's low, man. That's like, like you don't mess with dogs and you don't mess with guitars. Those are like the two pinnacles of everything, man.
That's right. Katie Little says my grandpa was in the Army. Well, thank you for his service as well.
Oh, yes, thank you.
Janice says, I learned to play the guitar when I was young. Even though I was left-handed, I became ambidextrous. That's cool.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah.
I like who you said it became ambidextrous. That's actually really interesting.
I teach guitar for part of my living. We have a well, it's really more than a guitar lesson business. It's more of like a artist development and musical coach and sort of a, I don't know, music mentor type service that we do with students and online as well as in person. And I've taught many, many, many people over the years to play guitar. And I will say, if you are left-handed and you try to learn the guitar the right-handed way, that can be really, really difficult. But once you do, it will develop your ability to use different hands in different ways, depending on whether you play left or right or what you do. So that's pretty cool.
That actually is really cool.
Really cool.
Also, if you did want to own like 36 guitars, it's easier to buy guitars if you play right-handed.
Yep, that's absolutely true.
There's that too.
Actually, it's one of the things. If you take a kid into a music store to try to buy them their first guitar, most people in the music store are going to try to convince you to buy a right-handed guitar and just have the kid learn right-handed, just so that you always have a lot bigger option to choose from, because they just don't make that many left-handed guitars.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's a hard thing to come by for sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Rankin Cook says, Chris and Ash, thank you. I'm an American and I'm still a Marine. Will always be a Marine. Semper Fi. I actually have a song that I co-wrote with a guy I used to be in a duo with called One Last Semper Fi. I haven't played it in years, but maybe one of these days I'll work that back up, and when we know Rand is watching, I'll play One Last Semper Fi sometime. But Semper Fi to you, sir. We appreciate you very, very much.
Absolutely.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, if you guys have comments or questions or anything, feel free to drop them down below. Hit that thumbs up and just let us know you're here, and that tells YouTube and Facebook and everywhere else that this goes out to that this is a valuable video that just helps us out a lot. We appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, really quick too, we should probably show what we're giving away this episode.
I think it's time that we make everybody's dreams come true by showing them the cool thing we're giving away. I think that's why they're all just here anyway, right? I know
I
I
mean,
would be.
you gotta give away cool stuff. Like,
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
least free stuff. Even if,
Absolutely.
I don't know if say cool, but at least free.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna see if I can maybe show this well enough. I feel like there's glare. You can kind of
Yeah,
see
there
it.
it is.
Yeah. So this is from our merch shop from our friends over at Spreadshirt. They're the folks that helped me do my merch. And they're awesome. They're super sweet. But yeah, this is a Ash Taylor coffee mug. This is the California Country design is what we named this one. Just super cool, black with roses, has the logo, the whole kit and caboodle. I actually based this design. We were talking about it. If you watch Austin City Limits, I'm a big Austin City Limits fan, and we were actually talking about this on 1988 was the year. It was Dwight Yoakam, and him and his band came out and they played Austin City Limits. And Pete Anderson, who is Dwight Yoakam's guitar player and producer, wore this awesome Western jacket that was like black with roses. And so yeah, super cool effect.
Iconic as can be.
It's very iconic. A lot of people, but yeah. So we're giving away a coffee mug.
Yeah, we're gonna send you a nice little coffee mug.
Yeah. Absolutely. So coffee mugs, because you know what? You need coffee. That's what it is.
That's right. Janice says, I did not change my guitar to left-handed. I played right-handed. It was actually easier. That's great that it was easier for you to do that. I figured that's probably what you did. Most left-handed people that buy a right-handed guitar, that's what they'll do is they'll just learn right-handed. Because truthfully, if you don't already know how to play guitar one way or the other, you're going to have to learn it one way anyway. So that's super cool. But that's great that that was actually easier for you. That's cool.
It's cool that you push through it. A lot of people give up. I mean, there's already a lot going on like when you're starting to learn. So I mean, hey, good for you.
That's great.
So good
Brandon
for
says
you.
that's a cool coffee cup. I totally agree.
You know, you just can't have enough coffee. We were actually today. You know, Chris runs, of course, his YouTube channel and does all carnivore diet stuff. And I'm on day 3 of trying a carnivore diet for the first time. But I am having stuff like coffee and whatnot. And you know, of course, I'm not doing completely like meat, salt, water. I'm having just meat and whatnot. But I joked in his health vlog when we were filming it that it's for his safety and well-being that I continue to have coffee daily and not give that up as part of my diet, because there would just be no living with me. So there's just none. So coffee cups are always good.
Coffee cups are great. My mom says the last time I did one last Semper Fi, I made a Marine cry, and that's very true. His girlfriend came up to me after we played, and it's not generally something, you know, a Marine's not going to walk up and tell you how you made him cry usually, but his girlfriend walked up and thanked me for playing it because it was making tears well up in his eyes. So yeah, it's cool. It's very cool.
That's very sweet.
It's a great impact to be able to have when you can make somebody feel that way and feel appreciated. So Rand Can Cook says, Ash, I like when you said for Chris's safety, keep the coffee. It's very true.
Very true.
Lynn says, how did both of you learn guitar?
I'll let you go first.
Well, your story with that is a lot shorter than mine. So.
Okay. When I grew up poorer than dirt. I grew up poor, and we had no money and a bunch of kids in my family. And I basically really wanted a guitar, and there was no way that I would get one. And so I basically prayed for months, and I just told God, hey, if you want me to do this whole music thing, find a way. Get me a guitar, and I promise I'll learn it and practice. Like, you know, I got this. And so I remember I was about 16 or 17, and it was Christmas Eve, and we had some really good family friends. I called her Granny, but her name was Kathy, and Jimmy, and they were just good family friends, no relation, and they were just so super wonderful and kind. I'm actually still in contact with them to this day, but they for whatever reason went and they got me my very first guitar. And I remember it was Christmas Eve, and my brothers had all opened up like these cards from them, and they each got, I think it was like $50 or $100 or something. You know how you just give kids money. And Granny Kathy looked at me and she said, hey, go get me this out of the backseat of my car, will you? And I was like, okay, sure. And sure enough, I went out and boom, there was my very first guitar. And it was a Talent was the brand. And it was this big old dreadnought guitar. And I swear, like, it was hard to play because the action.
Strings about a mile off the neck.
The strings were off the mile. And I was so excited. And so that's how I got my first guitar. And at the time, like, I think YouTube and all that was pretty well new, so there wasn't a lot. But I remember I went and took some babysitting money, and I got
the Hal Leonard Guitar Method book on how to play, and I basically taught myself how to play guitar. So I'd sit in my room for hours and try to figure out, how do you do it? How does this work? So that's kind of how I got my first guitar and kind of started to play and all that stuff. But I never took a guitar lesson until I moved to Nashville. I took a couple with some really great folks here, and then I married a guitar teacher, which I think is really ironic. So sometimes to be like, hold your Victor's weird. I'm like, gosh, but that's kind of how I learned how to play and got into it.
Yeah, I was homeschooled, as was Ash, but
Mm-hmm.
my parents said, "You're going to learn to play an instrument. What do you want to learn to play?" And at first, I wanted to learn violin, and my mother was thinking of the lovely dulcet tones of sawing a cat in half that is learning to play the violin. And so she was like, "Are you really sure that's what you want to do?"
Yeah.
And we were sitting in the living room one night, and VH1 had just come out. That we had cable, and so you could see all the channels scrolling past. And for weeks, we had seen the empty slot that was not live yet, where they were going to be programming in and putting in the VH1 Classic channel. And it was the whole, classic rock, like anything from like the 60s, 70s, and a little bit of the 80s kind of stuff, and some of the pop music from those eras and that kind of stuff. So my dad was getting me into classic rock music, and it went live, and we were all sitting there watching TV one night, and he said, "Let me change the channel. Let's take a look at this VH1 Classic channel. Let's see what's on," because it was a brand new live channel, so there was no information on it yet. It was just VH1 Classic, and it just showed that. And so he flipped over to it, and it was a Van Halen concert from somewhere in the 80s, and Eddie Van Halen ripped through a guitar solo, and I was like, I want to do that. And they were like, "Play guitar?" And I said, "Yeah."
Yeah.
And so they ended up getting me my first guitar. They put me in lessons, and within probably 3 or 4 weeks of starting to learn to play guitar, I was practicing like 4 hours a day. And I couldn't play anything, but I was whatever little bit I could do. I was doing it.
Were you doing this?
Oh no, I wasn't even doing that.
Oh,
I was doing like
The open string.
like
Killing it.
I was doing terrible renditions of Christmas songs or any melody I could pick out, and just practicing technique. And I played constantly to the point my fingers bled. There are some blood stains on these little dark spots on the wood of the neck of my first acoustic guitar. And I literally made my fingers bleed by playing so much. And yeah, my parents say Pink Panther. Once I learned to do the Pink Panther theme, the little.
Oh yeah.
So I would play that for like hours, and my dad it just drove him nuts. So I did that, and then I got into, as I got older, we moved around a little bit. We moved back from Colorado at the time to back in this part of the country, and so I was in lessons with different people, and I just never backed off. I just continued playing guitar and got serious about it in high school, and then I ended up going to college down here in Nashville. That's how I ended up in Nashville. I went to Belmont University, and I started out in the commercial guitar program, and then I switched into the commercial songwriting program, and I had a minor in classical guitar. And I started teaching lessons during the summers as a way to make money during college to, try to save up money. And so I got into doing that kind of stuff, and then I actually put the guitar away for a long time and had a career in higher education, and then decided I couldn't do it anymore because my life was being sucked out of me, and I was like, I had to get back to what I loved. And so I picked the guitar back up and got really serious about it with the intention of moving back to Nashville. And the longest practice day I remember ever having was 15 hours.
That's it?
And yeah, 15 hours that day.
Yeah.
A couple of bathroom breaks in there, but I didn't even eat. Just 15 hours. Don't anybody do that. If you want to learn to play guitar, do not do 15-hour practice days like I did. But I was just really harping on it, and that's what kind of got me the ability to play the things that I kind of do now. It was a big kickstart on that, and I got myself ready to move back to Nashville, and here we are.
Wow.
Here we are. So
it's amazing how so many people can be into the same thing and yet have different paths into it.
Let's see. Holly Springer says, would learning to play piano make using a right-handed guitar for a left-handed musician easier? Learning to play any instrument will make learning the guitar easier, but no matter which instrument you learn first, and no matter which direction you're trying to learn it at first, all of them, the first one is the hardest.
Always.
It is always the hardest, and it is just difficult. The best thing I can suggest is get a really good teacher that understands not just how to teach someone how to read music or something like that, because I mean I can read music but I don't bother. Ash can read music but she doesn't bother.
That's something I taught myself that I spent hours on that I wish I would have put that time elsewhere.
It's a skill that if you have a particular use for it is great, but you don't want a teacher that's just going to teach you, here, read a bunch of music.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of other skill sets, and you have to do the research to find a teacher that has really great students that are doing a lot of good things. And if you can find that, which now, because of online stuff, it's a lot easier. I teach online. A whole bunch of other people that I know teach online now because it's an option. So you shouldn't have an issue finding a good teacher. But find a good teacher online or in person or whatever you got to do and go from there. That's the best thing that you can do. So,
absolutely.
And let's see. We got some comments scrolling in here. Let's see. Janice says she tried learning as a lefty first. It was a disaster. Guitar as a lefty was easy.
Nice.
My mom says they heard the Pink Panther literally thousands of times.
I'm
Yes,
sure you did.
did.
I'm sure you did.
That's what it takes to do the things we do. It's just the hours and hours of work. Lynn says, great stories. I think all of us here can say we were glad you chose guitar over the violin.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think we all can be good with that. Yep.
Me too. Rand says, Ash and Chris, one of my favorite songs is Eric Clapton, Layla. My son was trying to teach me how to play that song while we were visiting him and his family. That's a great song.
Yeah, Eric Clapton is the man.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Not bad for off the cuff.
I think, wasn't that song also written about, was it a supermodel or something like that? I know Layla is, I think there's like some hidden story there.
Yeah.
Probably have to Google it to fact check me, but.
I remember there being some story from years ago. I remember hearing it, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, that's a cool song. That's Eric Clapton is quite a player. Outside of the country realm that we love, Eric Clapton is not only a great player, but a great writer as well.
Mm-hmm, definitely. He's amazing. I like Holly. Every good boy does fine.
That's right. That's right.
Doesn't drilled into you.
That's right. Every good boy does fine, and Face, F-A-C-E.
F-A-C-E for that,
Yep.
for the bass players
Yep,
in the
yep.
room.
Yep.
I love it.
Brand says, good job, Chris. Hey, thank you.
You're killing it.
Not too bad for throwing something at it when I'm
Yeah,
not
you're
practicing
doing
to do it. Right.
You're doing it.
That's right.
Awesome. Well, I think we should give away a
I was
coffee
gonna
mug.
say, let's give away a coffee
Wait.
mug. Now that we've regaled everyone with our stories of learning to play guitar, we can give them something for their time.
All the struggle. They're going to need a cup of coffee now
Yes.
to wake them up,
Yeah.
to say what it is. All right.
If you're still awake, here it comes.
This is going to be super easy tonight. I know that this is, usually we ask questions and whatnot. It's just easy. The first person that literally types in the word coffee, C-O-F-F-E-E, coffee.
Has to be spelled right.
Has to be spelled right. First person that punches in, the first one we see over here, I will win.
That's
so,
right. That's right. We're waiting for it. Do 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 do.
coffee. Just
Coffee.
type in the word coffee.
Coffee. Tell us you want that. There it is. Rand
Rand
can
can
cook.
cook. Awesome. Rand, well, I will get this out in the mail to you. If you don't mind, let's see, I think you're watching on YouTube, it looks like.
He's watching on YouTube. Rand sends me messages pretty regularly.
Oh,
so if
great.
you want, Rand, just shoot me another message along with the picture of your little poodle that we're going to take a look at. Just shoot me another message with your address, and I'll make sure that Ash has that, and we'll get that mailed out to you.
Yeah, we'll get it mailed out to you. That's awesome. Congrats, Rand. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Rand must have the really good Wi-Fi.
I'm telling you what,
He
he's
gets
got
there.
the good Wi-Fi and the fast fingers because,
Yeah.
I mean, literally right behind him was Teresa and Lynn and Katie. Like,
Yeah.
everybody was just... Bup, 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 bup.
Super, super cool.
So, yeah,
Awesome.
Rand was on top of it. He wants that coffee mug.
Yeah. Dude, you can't have enough coffee mugs. We have so many coffee mugs in our house. It's
It's a
honest.
problem.
Yeah, it's
Now, that's
it's
actually a
ridiculous.
problem.
Yeah, it's not the guitars, it's the coffee mug, man. We have so many of them. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Here's the thing. All of the guitars do something different from each other.
True.
All the coffee mugs hold the same kind of coffee.
Yeah,
So,
it's really true. It's really, we even have like Christmas coffee mugs and like, we have, that's a problem probably.
Yeah.
That's probably where we need to get it.
Rand says, that is awesome. Thank you. You are most welcome, sir.
Oh, no, that's awesome. Thank you, Rand. We appreciate you tuning in, man.
Rand is very supportive. He's basically, Rand and Lynn and just so many of you guys in the comments, like y'all are basically just family. We just love you guys.
Appreciate everybody.
So glad that you're here and supporting Ash's music and just everything we try to do.
No, it's awesome. We definitely appreciate it. So I think we'll probably just play one more quick song, and then I think we're gonna go have some dinner and finish resting up and everything. If that's cool.
Works for me.
Works for you. Well, guys, just a reminder: we're here the first Wednesday of every month, 7 p.m. Central Standard. Chilling here, just in our studio and just playing songs, getting stuff away, talking. So bring your questions. Thank you guys just for tuning in though and for hanging out and. Rand, just shoot Chris that address though, and I'll get that coffee mug out to you.
Absolutely.
Let's see if my voice can make it through one more song. So.
Hey guys, how about by the way, a big round of applause, whether you have emojis or you can just say something in the comments, but a big round of applause for Miss Ash over here, fighting through the remnants still of the cough and the chest stuff that comes along with having like a cold type thing that then turned into almost like a mild pneumonia. She was fighting it for so long and just struggling against just the way that was just hitting her voice. And you guys have to realize, as a vocalist, as a musician of any kind, that is so hard when something happens to your vocal like that. I mean, because there's no way around it. It's not like a guitar where you can just put new strings on it, or you can do something to sweeten up the tone or something. Like, I mean, it's just rough. You just have to push through it. So big round of applause for Ash for just pushing through. So
you're very sweet, very, very sweet. I just pushed through it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will. I don't know what that was, but man, whatever I had, it kicked my butt.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but I'm just glad we're on the other side of it.
Yeah.
It's just getting better. So.
No, it's all good. I mean, honestly, a couple days ago, I couldn't even talk. So to be able to just sing tonight a little bit is great.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, there's Rand saying he sent his address, so we'll get that coffee mug out
Thank
to
you so much, Rand. You're so sweet.
You're very welcome, and Teresa and 22Q Cat and my mom and Holly and everybody just giving you a round of applause for.
I'm not used to people
through.
applauding me for pushing through. It's just my job.
I like how I'm here on a daily basis, encouraging her. She pushes through all of the things in life. She's like, I'm not used to anybody ever applauding.
Sorry, except for you, honey. Except for you.
I'm just joking. It's all right.
It's all except for Chris. He's always great.
Yeah, she's like you're contractually obligated.
I feel like you married me. I think you kind of have to at this point.
That's right.
So
if I don't, she'll
the day that you look at me and tell me to stop, I'm like, what? Really?
The day I look at her and tell her to stop, she's gonna turn around and kick my butt. I'm smarter than that.
Yeah, well, maybe. Depends on how I feel that day. I don't know. Oh man, but yeah, no. Thank you guys so much. We always have fun with these, and it's super cool too. We took a break for a while, and we switched to this new software, which is awesome because we can actually have everyone watch from like different social media platforms,
multiple places. Yeah,
it's just fun. So thank you guys so much for tuning in.
Yep.
We're gonna go eat our dinner here in a minute and do our thing, and I'm gonna go back to laying in bed and resting. But before we do, we'll play one last song. I thought I would play this one. I had someone message me on Instagram after the last Ash Wednesday, and they actually asked if I would play this song. And I love this song, and so I'm like, yeah, why don't I do that one? But there's a song called Family, and Chris and I did a version of this on my EP. They were re-released last year called The Acoustic Sessions. But I wrote this song because I have 4 brothers, and they're all a big pain in my butt. But I love them regardless. And so I wrote this song on my dining room table just by myself one night. And I kind of call this a love story to my 4 brothers. But a song called Family. I hope y'all like it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
On the welcome mat, just as I know you can always come back. Yeah, we've got dirt and laundry that we may hide, but if these walls could talk, they'd And I remember what Mama always said, friend will come and go, but blood is a forever friend. No one will understand you like I get to, 'cause every part of me is a part of you. From the slamming doors, mud on floors, saying goodnight prayers, to the I'm sorry's and you were right, just knowing somebody cares. But we don't always see the same way, even though we have the same last name, but we're still family. Family. From the slamming doors, mud on the floors, saying goodnight prayers, to the I'm sorry's and you were right, just knowing somebody cares. No, we don't always see the same way, even though we have the same last name, but we're still family. Yeah, we'll always be family. Don't mind the dirt on the welcome mats. It's just a sign knowing you can always come back. Well, I started to lose it.
Get it out, honey.
I'm alive. Thank you.
Get it out. Mm.
I'm good.
Everybody says they're glad you're feeling better once we
Oh,
get rid of
thank
the last of that cough she's got
Yes.
left over. It'll be a lot better.
That'll be good.
Janice says, Ash, just realized your fingers on the notes, left hand, same as me. Yep, that's right.
That is right.
That's right. Rand says, Chris and Ash, question, do you use a K-pole for most of your music? I'm not familiar with a K-pole.
I don't know what a K-pole is, Rand. Maybe
Sure.
you could.
Yeah.
We're not that smart, Rand. So maybe you could help us out, buddy. But yeah, no, I'm not really sure what
I wonder
that
if he
is.
means a capo.
Oh, a capo.
A capo, yeah.
I bet that's probably what he
I
like.
bet
This thing, right?
like this, right
Yeah.
here.
I can tell you that we definitely do, especially when we're playing acoustically.
Mhm.
It's kind of the technical way to explain why we do that. But essentially, this guitar that I'm playing and Chris's is actually tuned not in standard tuning, but it's actually tuned down a whole step. And so that's kind of why you see us capoing. It's actually, if I put my capo there, then I'm playing in standard tuning. It makes guitar sound a lot more full though, and great, and especially if
For what we do specifically, it does.
For what we do is great, and especially if you are sick and like 2 days ago couldn't talk and now you're trying to sing, kind of just makes things a lot easier vocally. So it's kind of a weird technique thing that we do, but yeah, we use capos all the time.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Katie Little says, absolutely love the song Family. Thank you for sharing that song tonight, and thank you for all you two do. It is our
absolutely
pleasure.
Katie, thank you so much for tuning in. You are such a sweetheart, and I'm so glad that you're here.
And Holly says, Ash, yogurt can help get over infections. My old pediatrician taught me that. I have to look into some probiotics.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Rand says, Chris and Ash, I figured you were tuned down a whole step. Thank you. Yes, we. So for anyone who's like, what the heck are they talking about? The guitar is normally tuned in standard. If you just tune it to concert pitch, it's A440, which basically makes the notes E, A, D, G, B, and another E. And we tune ours down a whole step. So we put heavier guitar strings on it and tune them down a whole step. So we get D, G, C, F, A, and another D.
Yeah.
So we are tuned down a little bit lower than most people, and we tend to play with capos on quite a bit. But if you pop the capo off more gracefully than I do,
I was gonna say you
get a. That's right.
throw it, chug it.
That's right. You get this nice little. It's very grunty and low and crunchy down there. So
Yeah.
it's just kind of a fun thing. So it's part of what makes Ash sound the way she does is the
Different tunings, yeah.
the different tuning of the guitars and the grunt that we get out of our guitars for it. So
Yeah.
Teresa says, enjoy the evening. Thank you both for all you do. Thank you, Teresa. And Katie says, thank you. Love you guys. Have a good night. We love all of you guys, and we hope you all have a good night.
The love is flying. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We always appreciate it. And yeah, there's a lot of love right now. A lot of love.
Yep, that's the deal.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I guess we'll see you next month.
Yep.
The month of May, first Wednesday of the month. We're here, and feel free to share and tell your friends. And yeah, Brandon, I will get that coffee mug out to you, my friend. Thank you all so much again, though, for tuning in.
Absolutely. We love you guys, and we'll see you next month. Same Ash time, same Ash channel.
Same thing. Yeah.
Yep. In the meantime, ashtaylor.com and Ash Taylor Country on YouTube. We'll see you guys later.
Awesome. Bye, y'all. See ya.